One night, a young peace warrior named Dark Star was resting in a sacred grove, having just begun his first journey. He felt a malevolent force approaching, a shadow of pure hatred bent on corrupting the ancient trees. He steeled himself, remembering his vow to never use physical violence. The warrior thought, "If I weren't sworn to peace, I would strike this darkness down where it stands." The evil presence lashed out, not with a blade, but with whispers of despair, trying to poison his spirit. Instead of fighting back, Dark Star opened his heart, flooding the grove with empathy and understanding for the pain that created such hate. The shadow recoiled, then slowly dissolved in the overwhelming light of his compassion. He had protected the grove without a single blow. Before you resort to force, think about it. Maybe the greatest strength is found not in a fist, but in an open heart. One afternoon, a peace warrior named Dark Star came upon a crowd in a public square. He saw people yelling, their faces twisted with anger. They were fighting over whose religion was better. Some shouted they were Christian, others Muslim, some Jewish. The arguments grew louder until fists began to fly. Dark Star thought to himself, "If I were a lesser man, I would use force to scatter them all." Instead, he closed his eyes and used the power of his heart, calling upon the Great Spirit to calm the chaos. A stillness fell over the crowd. When only silence remained, they looked at each other, their anger gone. They saw not enemies, but neighbors. With a shared understanding, they decided to have a barbecue together, their differences forgotten. As grills were lit and tables were set, Dark Star vanished into the crowd with a smile, having defeated his enemies without lifting a finger. Before you choose to fight, think about it. Maybe peace is the greater victory. One day, a peace warrior named Dark Star, who had vowed never to use physical violence, walked onto a raging battlefield. He carried no weapon, only a belief in the power of his heart, the Great Spirit, and the Great Mother Tree. He began to walk slowly through the chaos, a serene island in a sea of fury. As he passed, fighters from both sides paused, their eyes following him. One by one, soldiers lowered their swords and spears, their faces softening from rage into confusion, then into understanding. They dropped their weapons and walked away from the war, some even embracing their former enemies. Dark Star continued his journey, leaving a trail of peace in his wake. As he reached the edge of the now quiet field, he looked back and gasped. Lying on the ground was a single fallen soldier, a casualty from before his arrival. "If my peace is here," he moaned in despair, "I was too late to save everyone." Too late to change this one fate. He realized with grief that even in victory, there can be loss. Before you celebrate your triumph, think about it. Maybe there is a cost you have overlooked,